This is the film that started it all for the world's biggest director. Welcome to Nolan in Review, the series where I'll be rewatching, reviewing, and then ranking all 12 of Christopher Nolan's films up to and including the Odyssey. Before the Dark Knight trilogy and all of the Oscar wins for Oppenheimer, Nolan started with a very small film called Following. Made in his spare time and for very little money, this film sees a man named Bill start to follow people around, but eventually gets drawn into something very dangerous. Despite this being Nolan's first film and the low budget that means the quality here is nowhere near what is to come in some of his later films, I actually found Following to be a very engaging and quite fun film to watch. The non-linear structure that Nolan uses here is probably more interesting than the actual story of this film, with Nolan choosing to tell this story in 3 different timelines. In this film, you can clearly see early signs of themes and ideas that Nolan would go on to explore throughout his filmography. These include the non-linear narrative, the morally grey characters, the lost lead male figure, and of course his obsession with time. Following is also more grimy and sleazy than a lot of Nolan's other work, which for me is actually a shame, because I would love to have seen him explore those types of tones as he went on to develop as a filmmaker. So I would give Following a 3 out of 5 stars. Given the context of this being a low budget film, his first film, and also only being about 60 minutes, I still find this to be quite entertaining and quite fun to watch. In terms of ranking, this is obviously number 1 for now, but I imagine that will change as we start to go through the rest of these films. I'm very excited to rewatch and talk about a lot of these films. These are some of my favourite films of all time.